Bill Cosby is striking back against one of the many women now accusing him of sexual assault. Judy Huth filed suit against Cosby this week. She alleges he sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion when she was just 15 years old. Yesterday, Cosby's lawyer, Martin Singer, filed a document in the Los Angeles court writing that Huth's lawyer, quote, made extortionate threats to Mr. Cosby about criminal penalties, coupled with ever-increasing demands for a six-figure payday to keep quiet about her long-since expired claims. It's the latest in an increasingly long list of responses from Mr. Singer to an increasingly long list of women, now more than 20, coming forward with harrowing stories of abuse about Cosby, a man who was once among Hollywood's most powerful and most wholesome figures. One high-profile story comes from the model Janice Dickinson. She claims Cosby flew her to Lake Tahoe with the promise of career opportunity, then drugged and raped her back in 1982. Martin Singer had a response to that, too. He issued a statement to the media saying she made no claim of rape in a prior interview and in her 2002 memoir. He says, quote, there is documentary proof Janice Dickinson is fabricating and lying about Bill Cosby. Dickinson, for her part, is standing by her story. She said that she didn't include the full story in her book for fear of legal retaliation. I spoke with her after this latest volley from Cosby's lawyers. She was extremely frank, and we should warn you, some of the language she uses is graphic and detailed. I started asking her what she remembers about that night in Tahoe.
I remember him wearing a patchwork robe and being in my room. And I remember taking several Polaroids of him wearing this colorful patchwork robe and his gold watch and a brown velvet hat. And I remember the look and the smell of his breath, but I remember the look in his face like I was about to become dinner again. And I remember the smell of his breath because he had been smoking cigar. He'd been smoking a cigar. And I remember being absolutely horrified when I felt him get on top of me and start to grunt, and I don't remember any conversation. And I remember feeling a lot of pain before I blacked out downstairs in my vagina, and I felt it in my anus.
I'm sorry to make you.
I remember in the morning waking up. They're coming up now because I'm sober. I am sober today. I wasn't sober then because I had really stuffed all this. You know, I went into denial. Like, that couldn't have happened to me. I must be a bad person. I must be a slut. But I know that I told people when I flew back to Bali, I told my friend Lionel George, and I told the people that I was working with, the Indonesian man Jody that had hired me for the calendar that I was working for. I just remember the fear. I remember the fear, and like if this gets out, will people think I'm a whore? Will the people think I'm a slut? Will the people think that like I'm lying? Like they do now.
One new thing that you've just said right now is you said the pill I had asked for. In the past, you've said that you had cramps and that he offered you a pill for the cramps. Did you ask for the pill specifically?
I remember, you know, taking the pill. I remember saying I had menstrual cramps. I'm so nervous, you know. I remember having my cramp. I had cramps without the bleeding, and he said, "I'm not really clear." He offered me a pill. He said this, whatever it was. I don't remember the color of the pill.
Do you think, looking back at it all, that he did this all with the design from the get-go of raping you?
100% in my mind, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And Janice, what's your message to people in Hollywood still working with Bill Cosby?
Are there people still working with Bill Cosby? I don't know. But if anyone wants to hire this guy, you're making a big mistake. Bill Cosby should not work anymore. He shouldn't be in front of an audience, and Bill Cosby should not have any advertisers attached to it, because it is now evident through all these women that have stepped forward that It's evident that I got raped.
Well, on the legal front, the LA police chief just came out and told reporters they're willing and prepared, that's an exact quote, to investigate this, even regardless of the statute of limitations. Is that what you want to see, a reopened investigation?
I want the police to do the right thing. I want anyone that will hire him to do the right thing. And I want his attorney, who wasn't present and didn't have sexual relations with Bill and with all the other women, including the women that are underage, and all these vampires that are coming, you know, trying to make money out of lawsuits. I want you all just to think it didn't happen to you. You can't call me a liar.
You mentioned vampires trying to make money off of lawsuits and the response from the legal Cosby team. His team actually just filed legal documents which say that Judy Huth, she's one of these women, she claims that Cosby raped her in the Playboy Mansion when she was 15 years old, that her lawyer approached Cosby's attorney and made, quote, ominous references to criminal penalties, demanded $100,000 for silence. But if that's true,
she only wants $100,000 to cease it.
Does that taint the credibility of these broader claims from all of the women coming forward?
No, I don't want to answer that because I can't. I'm not an expert at the law. When I speak to an attorney, he will be pretty credible. And Marty Singer, you will wake up and you will hear me. And you know what? I am not a liar. And I can't speak for the other women. I can only speak for myself. I am very
Singer
upset.
Specifically said of you that your claims were outlandish, that they were false. Those are words he used. What's your response to Marty Singer, again, Cosby's lawyer? I think that speaks volumes.
I want Marty Singer. What if someone raped your wife, Marty? You've got daughters, Marty. What if Bill Cosby came and robbed their innocence, Marty? How'd you like me now, Marty? That's what I say. And I say to you, Bill Cosby, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're one sick puppy. You're a dog.
What's your message to any of these women coming forward against this very powerful legal team and this very powerful man in Hollywood?
Women, you have more power than him and his legal team. Women, you have more power than you'll ever know because we are the stronger race. Let's see any of his legal team sit there like I did for 32 hours and give birth to 2 children. You can't do what we can do. We together will get together and we will fight. And we will keep fighting until our last breath. I know I will. And I will talk and lecture. You will not be able to shut me up, Marty Singer. And you will not be able to shut me up, Pig Cosby. You will not be able to do this. It's too nice a word. It's too nice a word for you. You're a snake. And you have no empathy, you have no compassion, and you're a bully, you're a coward yourself, and know that we are not liars.
Appreciate
and more
your
power
time.
to these women, and God bless you all. Thank you.
I know it's a hard thing to talk about. We really appreciate it. You take care.
Yeah. It's so hard.
Janice Dickinson talking about her allegations that Bill Cosby raped her. It's important to note, Bill Cosby has never been charged with a crime. His lawyer denies all allegations. We've reached out to that Cosby lawyer, Martin Singer. We have not yet received a response. We'll let you know if we do. Up next, we'll be hearing from one of the other women accusing Bill Cosby of rape.
I believe that Mr. Cosby drugged me and sexually assaulted me that night. For years, I did not tell anyone about what he had done to me because I was afraid.
A voice from that emotional press conference this week, plus her lawyer, Gloria Allred, after the break.